Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at the people. Hello. He didn't like that. Anyway, hello. Hello. Guys, gals, non-binary pals. How are we doing? I have not streamed in a little while. Sorry about that. I was at Codebeam Berlin, which was really good. Codebeam Europe Berlin. I gave the keynote along with Haley. Oh, and I got a follow from 0x Silver Ally. Not sure. He does not. Newbie the cat does not like shoulders, unfortunately. I would love it if he did that. He is quite curious about my lights, though. So I did Codebeam Berlin. That was great. I think my keynote went well. I had a great time. I saw everyone. I hadn't seen all the the usual suspects in ages. Met Sasha for the first time. Met Bjorn, like the guy who made the beam. Oh, that's cool. And yeah, had a great time. Hey, somewhat. Hello over in YouTube. But yeah, it takes a lot of time and effort. No, stop chewing on my lights. Newbie. Bad. Sorry, I had to rescue some fairy lights from my cat. So yes, I had a great time, but it takes a lot of time. It takes an awful lot of time to write a talk, especially if you're doing the keynote, you should talk about something big, about the whole Beam world. You shouldn't just say like, oh, and here's my library or something. Those talks are great. Technical talks are really fun, but I think you need to do something bigger. So I didn't have any time to do streaming. Just been a bit sad. So now I'm back, and I feel a bit weird. I've done it in a while. I can't remember how it all fits together. I also got the train to and from Berlin from London. That's quite a long journey. Overall, I think I preferred it to taking the plane. I think it's longer but more relaxed, so long as you get on the train. There's a crossover and you're like, oh no, I'm not sure is the train going to arrive in time? Oh, I'm going to miss my connection. That's going to mean I'm going to miss the Eurostar. Oh no! And those few minutes were a bit stressful, but generally pretty good. Anything else? Oh, and I stepped out of St Pancras Station in London. That's the one. That's the international train station in London that all the trains from France and beyond stop into after they've come through the Channel Tunnel. And a guy was like, oh, "You're the Gleam guy." And I was like, "Yes. Have you just got off the train? Have you come from Codebeam?" He was like, "No. What's that?" I was like, "Oh, okay." So I just stepped out into the street, and some guy was like, "I know you." So I'm famous. So hi, Sergey. Nice to meet you. I think it was Sergey. That'd be embarrassing if I've got the name wrong now. But anyway, what's to say? Thank you to the people who sponsor Gleam, as always, such as the fantastic Lambda class, our #1 sponsor. Whoa! And Mora100 for subscribing on Twitch. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. So yeah, all the people supporting on GitHub sponsors and on Twitch and on YouTube and all that good jazz. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna let the cat out. Go on. Go on. Streaming. And what was I saying? Yes, supporting. How else can you support? If you want to learn intermediate to advanced Gleam and just programming in general, or learn about systems like Redis or SQLite or regex via grep, how do all these systems work, you could try out Codecrafters. There's a referral link in the description. We get kickback from that, so that helps support Gleam as well. If you want to spend your company training budget on it. Your journey must have been about 12 hours or so. Yeah, about that, which is quite nice. It's a lot more relaxing on a train than a plane, but there's There's this thing in England where we say that the trains in Germany are meant to be amazing, but it didn't seem to be. They seemed like fine. Like slightly better than UK trains in some ways, but like other ways not quite so much. I don't know. A lot cheaper though. UK trains are extortionately expensive. I don't know where this myth comes from of them being amazing, but like loads of Brits just seem to think that's the case. Tell you what was really good. If you're on the German trains we were on, there's like a little phone holder. That's great. I love that. It's just such a little thing. It's like, oh, put a little thing in the back of the chair and you can put your phone on it so you can watch TV. That's so easy. Why don't UK trains do that? And then Berlin. Mate, I'm spoiled by London here, but using the Berlin transport system is like going back in time. You got to get tickets. What? You got to buy a ticket? That's bonkers. We got rid of paper. Our alternative to paper tickets was introduced 21 years ago, like 2003. And then like, oh no, but there's some apps there's like 4 different apps. It's like, why is there 4? But also like, I don't want a digital version of the bureaucracy. I just don't want bureaucracy. Like, I don't have to like buy a ticket digitally instead of buying it analog. That's just a bit silly. So yeah, Berlin, beautiful city. Needs better trains. What was really great? I saw Mihal's talk on the new OTP 27 JSON parser, which is amazing, really cool. Like the guy is a proper beam wizard, and you can tell he spent 8 years learning how to do like really high performance, like binary manipulation in Beam. Knows all the tricks. And yeah, just like 8 years of pain condensed into one talk. Here's all the secrets. Really good. Toby did a talk on the staff engineer position that was really good. Well worth watching. Sasha gave a great talk on parenting, he called it, which is sort of a new... how do I explain it? Erlang OTP abstractions that enable processes to start children, but then they get cleaned up appropriately. Sort of somewhere between like a normal process and a supervisor, which was really cool. I really like talks that look at how OTP is... how OTP can be expanded and evolved, because like OTP is great, but I think it's very easy to get caught up in this idea that, oh, it's do it the OTP way, it's great, but we could improve it. Like, there's no reason why OTP of tomorrow can't be better than OTP of today. And I think there's loads of places in which OTP could be improved quite a lot. Oh, I've got a cold as well. All this traveling, so excuse me if I cough a little bit. In fact, I'm going to do that. Giacomo gave a really good talk about snapshot testing. And he was so entertaining. Really, really, really good. He's the newcomer to watch out for, I think, in the Beam mod. And is there anything else that I thought was really exciting? Lars's talk on nerves was pretty badass. What was better, Jack's talk or his outfit? That's hard. They're both top tier. Jack's outfit, best outfit of the conference, I think. Almost certainly. Talk is up there for me. Really, really good stuff. I had something else to say before I got distracted by thinking about Jack's fantastic clothing. He's such a sharp dressed guy. Oh, Lars, yeah. So like doing a demo in a talk is pretty gutsy. Like, that's brave. Lars didn't care. He deployed live updates to like hundreds of servers mid demo, and also got a Raspberry Pi flashed an operating system to it with an application, plugged it in, and then let it boot and then deploy to it over the network. What? It was very cool. Canada honk, hello, hello. You have to pretend to do a demo. Yeah, that's smart. They did not, they just went for it. And Andrew Top, hello. All the gang's here. So yeah, Codebeam Berlin was really good. Oh, that's a very German name. I don't know how to say it. Spielberg much des thought. I'm just gonna call you Toads. Tried simple things with Gleam on the way back home, it failed. Oh, I'm sorry. What kind of things did you have problems with? Toy Maker of Death. Oh yes, of course, Toy Maker of Death. I remember now. Yeah, I remember this from a previous stream. Wicked. Anyway, so Codebeam Berlin is over. And I think next year they're going to be not in Germany, which is going to be exciting for Codebeam Europe. But Codebeam Light Europe? Was it just Light? I don't know. It's going to be in London in January. That's my birthday month, so you should come. I guess I should come because like I live in London. Like there's no excuse not for me to be there. I'll have to think of something to talk about. If you can think of something for me to talk about, let me know. So if you go to... I should stop. codebeamlondon.com. Codebeam London, full stop, C-O-M. You can, what can you do? You can see some stuff telling you that it's cool. I've told you that already. You can click this, the call for talk. So submit some idea, and then you can have a better idea than me, and you can get picked, and I won't get picked because you got picked, and then I won't be able to attend. So that's how it's going to work. So click here and make it so I have that week, those few days free, and I'm not at a conference. And then I'll just meet you at the pub afterwards. Yeah, actually, yeah, let's just do that. I'll just go to the pub. And you can do a training session as well if you want to do that, but I don't know how to do that. I've never been to a training session. I mean, the other one's by Francesco. Like, how can you? That's going to be hard to compete with. Or if you've got loads of money, you should sponsor Codebeam, like, or me. I could do with money. I work in open source, so I don't have any money. You should sponsor me. Click on my Codecrafters link in the description. Do that. What do you actually have to do if you submit a talk? Bing Yoshi, hello. Is it Joshi? Or is it Yoshi? Joshi? Autosave your work. Oh, that's nice. You can do talks about AI first for some reason, I guess. Growth in the ecosystem. Communication and scale. This is probably too small, isn't it? Let's make it a bit bigger. There we go. Communication and scaling, deployment and DevOps, fighting tech debt, history, innovation, sustainability. That's, yeah, interesting stuff. I'm not sure what I would talk about that goes in any of those categories so much. If anyone's got any ideas, do let me know. Do 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 do. Oh, no peaks. Hello, thank you for the follow. Sorry, I'm sort of quietly reading to myself, which is not what you're supposed to do on stream. You're supposed to say things. Anyway, if you think you might be up for doing a talk, please do sign up. Even if you're not sure you'd be accepted, not sure it's going to be good enough or anything, not done it before. The way to find out if you can do it is to sign up. And if it doesn't work out, that's fine. You know, you might not get picked, you get some feedback, you'll be better for next time, so on and so forth. So just go for it. That goes for pretty much everything in life. Just go for it. That is way too close to FOSDEM. Is it? I thought FOSDEM was like March or something. FOSDEM 2025. Oh my god, that's really close to FOSDEM. It's February? Oh, I thought it was March. And Codebeam London is... Oh my gosh, it's like right on top of each other. How did that happen? Oh no. I guess I could write one talk and give it to both. Wow, am I going to be able to do that? So that would be like... Okay. Oh, my editor's not showing up. Let me fix that. To-do. This is the wrong shape. Hey, I got a Prime subscription. I can't see who it's from yet because I'm resizing a window. There we go. And it's from No Pigs again. Oh my gosh. Everyone, give me your Prime subscriptions. I hear you get like free Discord things this month. I'm not sure. Anyway, Cal, how do you do like Cal but in the future? Right, there we go. So Code Beam London is on the 31st. Then I would have to travel. Oh, wait, what? Oh my gosh, it's literally the day before. Oh, that blows. Okay, you get 3 months of Nitro if you subscribe to Prime. Subscribe to Prime, get 3 months of Nitro. And then use it to boost the Gleam server. You deserve it, man. Awesome thing. What you've done with Gleam and your live stream, building things that are amazing, learning resources. Thank you very much. I was not sure if live streams were very valuable a use of time, but loads of people came up to me and said, I've been watching your live streams. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's good then. So we're back on the live stream train. I'm really upset about this. I can't believe it's the same day. That's so rubbish. Is it really the same day? So this is the first. And this is the third. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I'm gonna like tweet angrily about this. um, yeah, what am I meant to do about that? That's so. Like, I'm not going to be able to get from one conference to the other in under a day. Maybe if like the Erlang dev room is on the second day, I could just not do the first day. That could work. Damn, that's like travel up on Friday night. But the conference, so like the conference will finish at like 6 or something, and then there will be all the socializing that comes after, like, you know, when you actually get to like finish networking and meeting people. So I won't be home until like, you know, properly into the evening. Talk over London and 10. There's no point like going, like, from my point of view, there's no point going to a conference and like delivering a talk and then leaving. Like the whole point is that you meet people. This is like actually a problem because you know, we really want Gleam to have a good showing at both Codebeam London and also FOSDEM. That's a problem. I don't know. Right, we'll just have to wait and see what the might need to get an iPad room segue type situation. Very good. Yeah, this is what a bummer. I thought FOSDEM was March. Damn. Okay, well, sugar. Well, I guess I should start doing some of the stuff I actually said I was going to do in the stream anyway. Now it's been half an hour and all I've done is talked about FOSDEM and Codebeam and stuff. Can you beg the FOSDEM to make the dev room on day 2? I don't know. I just tweeted about it. I always just generally hope that if I say things into the void, people will solve my problems for me. If we do FOSDEM dev room on day, if we put FOSDEM dev room on day 2, that could solve the problem, maybe. Comes down to like how much I actually want to like do the other day. I generally find that I'm so exhausted after like my presentation. I don't really have the energy to do don't really have the energy to do the other one. Okay, that's what we're doing, I guess. So some context. Actually, I could go over here for context. So if you go to packages.gleam.run, you can see a lovely website that allows you to look through all the packages that Gleam has and search for things like, for example, XML, everyone's favorite subject. And you can see, oh look, there's like some XML libraries. One of them uses the wonderful Zax. Which one is it? No. It's my HTML one that does that. HTML. Which one is it? I thought this one. This one uses Zax HTML parser, which is really good. HTML. It's really, really good. I met him again. I've met him before. I met him again at the at Kobe. He did a really heroic talk about being an Elixir company and the merging with a Java company and just about that whole experience and learning from each other and stuff like that. And it was heroic because he had the mother of all AV issues happen just before his talk. So they basically had to replace all of the cabling and everything to like plug the laptop into the projector and the live stream and all that stuff. And so he ended up talking like 30, like he was meant to talk for 45 minutes, and it started half an hour late because they had to physically rebuild all the electronics and replace them with new parts. And then he heroically did a 45-minute talk in 20 minutes and made it work still. What a guy. What a guy. I was so impressed. I would have just failed. And also, he writes really good XML and HTML parsers. Really good, so check them out. Anyways, here's the website. It uses SQLite. And SQLite's really good, but this is causing a few problems. Compiling the C is really annoying. It's rubbish having to do that. It's hard to run on Windows because the compilation process for this Erlang package that we use is like kind of awkward on Windows. It's deployed to Fly at the moment. Fly is really good, but it doesn't really want you to have single node instances with a volume, because when there is when you lose the what do they call it? The machine, like the VPS, which does happen. That's just a thing that normally happens in any of these cloud things, especially the really dynamic ones. When you lose the machine because the volume is bound to the machine, it's not possible for it to like automatically just spin you up a replacement and move across. You need to do a manual intervention to move the volume. And who made the top package? I'm sure they're very cool. I think that's probably the coolest package on the whole thing. Someone's patting themselves on the back. So yeah, and that while I was on the like 12-hour train back from Berlin, we had a outage of the packages site because of this volume binding problem, which is annoying. But realistically, there isn't actually that much data in this site, so we don't really need. I mean, I can find that out, can't I? So packages, no, this one. Console. So what is it? It's about. Which one is the actual, like? Do I need to take into account the size of the write-ahead log? Anyway, so there's like 0.5 meg in that SQLite database. I don't know how much. Okay, so it's like this whole directory is like 9 meg, and I don't. Oh, that's the wrong thing. That'd be what's wrong. Why did that not do what I wanted? I guess that's a fuse thing. don't know. Anyway, okay. So that is probably about, that's like 4 meg of data. I suspect a lot of that isn't actually data we want. That's just like artifacts of the whole concurrency thing. So that could be like really easily be in memory. So we don't even need a volume. We're only really using the volume so we can use it with LightFS. I guess we could just like remove the volume and use LightFS with the storage that comes with the machine, which I think is not much, but like it's more than 9 meg. We could do that. But I would like to also just get rid of SQLite for this. And I thought it'd be really fun to have like a tiny little embedded database, like a tiny little key value store that really, excuse me, that really naively just like reads and writes data from files. I think that'd be fun. And doing JSON, and why not? We could use it as the basis of things. I'm not entirely sure what features this would have, because like most of the work would be in encoding and decoding, but that'd be done by decoders and encoders, which the user will have to provide. So we'll just see what we make. I'll make something and then we can experiment and put it in the package site. And then I think we could like back that up to S3, some S3 storage. Yeah, so we've got a little project, got a new thing to make. Andrew, spooky Halloween name. Thank you for the film. M. Long Live Chaos. Twitch scam you. Online casino is a scam. It's true. It's true. Sports betting is a scam. True. Hell doesn't exist. Don't be afraid of death. You will be stronger. This is a strange message that this person has posted. Money will come to you. I'm destroying the world. You can help me by doing a few of these actions above. I think a lot of the actions you've said there are not very good for the environment. I'm not sure I support those. Anyway, thank you for the follow. Right, let's disconnect from here. Let's do some coding, eh? So, Gleam, new, what should I call it? JSON store. That's a really boring name. X. What should I call it? Any idea, folks? JSON. What should I call it? What would I call a tiny little rubbish embedded database? Is the fact it's JSON important? I'm not sure it is, because you could use Erlang binary to term, and that would be fine. What would we call it? Has anyone any ideas? Call it Swartz in honor of Aaron Schwartz. Sounds like JSON store. JSON store. That's kind of funny. Giston. Why Gston, Andrew? Wouldn't naming it after the guy who broke into the thing kind of counteract it? This database is really good at being infiltrated. No security as a feature. What are we beeping about? Oh no. Oh dear, everything's going wrong on my road. I'm stuck on my lights. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, I don't like any of these names. I'm just gonna call it store. Store isn't taken? Wow, that's wild, isn't it? Persistent and memory. I'm gonna write to disk. You wouldn't need to do any. You wouldn't need a library if you're just gonna keep it in memory. You just like make data structures and hold them in memory. That's fine. What are we beeping at? So much beeping. Stop it. You're being annoying. Yes, we know there's traffic. Beeping's not gonna help. Cars are awful, man. You should remove all the horns and sound insulation from them. Story or John? Why are we calling it, why John? Why story? Explain yourself, Tolkek. Explain yourself. Sorry, Tolek. John. Wow. Encoding to go JSON about alternate key order. That's a thing? Dictionary Johnson. Huh. Story. Oh. Cabbage. That's a great name. True story, bruh. Oh dear. What does it do? I'm curious. Wow, this is old. Wow, that's really interesting syntax. Well, I wonder why you'd ever do that. Why isn't this highlighted? What syntax highlighting are they using? Oh no, I don't want to do that. How do I go back? La 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 la. Raw. Raw. It does say Elixir. Why does Elixir not highlight def p on GitHub? That seems really strange. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I do have a cold. I can't believe I'm struggling at the first step. Like, what do we call the thing? Refute key equals old after a set key is new. That guy didn't trust in Elixir. JSON. Irish dictionary. Fuckle did I? Fuckle. Storage. Style. So that'd be long O, like boat. Store. And how do you do A with an wait. Ah, okay, so I click on Store. I was right. Store. Yeah, okay. Store. Why not? Should call it that. Literally me, but Irish, Welsh. Oh, okay. You should use if you can't think of a good word in English, Canada honk, why didn't you pick a Canadian word instead? I think that would make sense. Whoa. Wow, man's just got like a whole completely different thing. Royal. Really? Storal. What is the extra? What is the extra? Oh, I don't understand. Okay. Let's call it that. Let's call it that. That sounds fun. But I'm gonna have to remove the fadders. Fadders? Is that what they're called? I don't know. Storal. So what do I need? I'm gonna need Gleam, JSON, and simplify. Do I need anything else? Isaac. Use a Canadian word like moose or maple syrup or racist prime minister. For legal reasons, this is not my opinion. Do I need anything other than these three libraries? I think these two libraries. I think probably not. Meow, my cat's going meow. Oh, that's not a command. I meant to say Gleam add. Hey newbie, hello. Come in. Jammy little shit. Right, okay. La 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 la. So this is a document database. I don't actually know what the features of this thing would need to be. I suspect like not much, to be honest. Oh, this is like kind of There we go. I don't know what the features of this would need to be. Use British words like dear or Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, this joke could be a lot funnier, Canada honk, if you spelt Worcester with more letters. Hello, put some U's in the letters. And racist Prime Minister, there you go. You're right, newbie. So what do we think we need? We need... What should I call it? I should call it a resource or a collection. Collection of tea. Collection. Worcestershire. Perfect. Worcestershire. So what do we need? We need a to JSON, which is a function of D, JSON. Can I do oops, can I do that? Oops, can I do, what is going on? Import, yeah, and I think I can do this as well. No. I think I need to, oh, I didn't pre-compile Gleam, the latest main branch version, before I started this. And it has a feature I want. I'm gonna have to do it manually now. How rubbish is that? I know, newbie, it's a disaster. It's calamitous. Storl. Hun, really? Right, let's add decode as well. There we go, and decode. No, it's not Gleam decode, it's just decode. 0 as D. Lovely. Lovely. Isn't that right, newbie? Hello. Hello. And we're going to need some we're gonna need a config. Lovely. And it's gonna need a name, which is gonna be a strong. Okay. And finally, writing another blog post. What are you writing about? It's going to be a string, and data is going to be another string, and you've hit 50% conformance. That's too much. You should stop now. Which 50%? The good 50%? What's still left? IETN and stuff. That sounds hard. That's only needed by people in other countries. So like, just don't do it. Why JSON database? Why not? I want to replace SQLite inside a tiny app, and I thought maybe this would be fun. It's probably also silly, so. Excuse me. Okay. It is. Oh dear. How am I going to pronounce this? Taki Tusul. Okay, that's really hard. Taki Tusulum. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. So, how am I going to do this? Do 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 do. Oh, what's the API? What should the API be like? Because there's a bunch of different things we're gonna need. We're gonna need a way of creating this config. Maybe we don't need it. So like pub fun new. Let's put yes, leave directory. No, temp directory. Directory. Don't we have a directories thing as well? Oops, sorry everyone. I just hit my microphone. Microphone. The microphone. Temp directories. Oh, it's just called directories. Okay. That seems very sensible. Whoa, look at these. Okay. Gleam add directories. Nice. So we can have a default for the config. A directory where temporary data. Should I actually just like will be written to this data does not need to be persisted and can be lost or deleted. Cool. The directory where the oh gosh, this code's really annoying. Excuse me. That's funny. I coughed and my cat went meow in reply. Where's he gone? Hello. He looks very cute. I don't have a way of showing him to you, but he's standing on the bed late. Directory where the recorded data will be written to. The contents of this directory should be backed up. It's going to be a rubbish database, this. Quite deliberately so. A super basic on disk meow. I should probably go feed the cat. Let me finish with this. So you might on disk data store that uses JSON files to persist data. For tiny little pet projects and for fun. Little kitty. Yeah, I should go feed him. Make him happy. He's clearly having a bit of a moan. So, Archer or not. Thank you for the follow. I'm gonna take 2 minutes to feed my cat and maybe get a snack. You should get a snack too. Wow, is that Gleam merch? Oh, it might be Gleam merch. We're still slightly in beta figuring this stuff out because we've got a, you know, we've got a little indie printing thing going on using one of the big providers. Go to merch.gleam.run and buy some stickers. I will explain what an opaque type is once I've come back from feeding the cats. Give me 2 minutes. Go get a snack. Go get a cup of tea as well. Couple of tea. Pop. And pop. And... Do. Come on. Come on, Nivy. Come on. Oh no! I'm joking! Oh dear! I got a snack and then breathed it in. That's stupid of me. So it's the equivalent of local storage. Yeah, probably something like that. Oh god, I've injured myself. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm gonna get more water. That was horrible. Oh. Oh dear. Having a cold and also being too much of a fool to eat food without hurting yourself. Oh, my eyes are watering. Gnarly, I've been betrayed by my snack. That painting is epic. Yeah, it's from Disco Elysium, which is an amazing game. You should play it. Oh dear. Okay, so the question was, hi Louis. Hey, I'm very inexperienced with Gleam. Can I ask what the opaque type annotation means? It means it is a type that cannot be directly constructed or destructured by other modules. So it is a type that other modules can reference And they could call functions that return it and like pass it to functions, but they can't directly construct it. So this would be the equivalent of an object in an OOP language that has a private constructor and all private properties and members. That's roughly what it is. But you can have freestanding functions that do it for you. Traits. There are no traits in Gleam. Oh dear, having a cold is rubbish. I don't like it. No, I don't like it. So, let's make a new collection. You just need to pass all 4 of the things in. That's rubbish. I'm still eating. I've not learnt my lesson. I'm being rude on stream by eating. A vegan pork pie, which is like the weirdest combination of English things possible. Where's my everything? Who made my room messy? Was it me? If an empty desk is an empty mind, a chaotic and disorganized desk is a different kind of mind. Vegan pork, big yikes. Is it halal? Like, if there's no meat in something, does that mean it's automatically halal? I should know this because I grew up in like a Muslim area, but I wasn't a vegetarian when I lived there, so I'm not sure. I think it's only meat that needs to be prepared a certain way to be halal, right? Is that true? Any Muslims in the chat wanna chime in? So this all seems kind of irksome. Named encode decode config. Collection T. Because it's a pork pie is like a particular kind of pie in the UK. Like, it looks like this, and it has pork in it, but you could fill it with anything really. Although I've never seen anything else. This one is normally very like very hard pastry, very 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 hard pastry, and quite fatty, and quite like sort of jelly in the inside. This one isn't jelly, which is annoying. It's like has the replacement for the like sausage stuff in the middle, but it doesn't have any jelly stuff, which is like part of the experience. But they've got the outside bit, right? But I guess like making vegan pastry is something we know how to do now. I'm not too happy with this API. I'm just gonna do this for now. Let's just make it not opaque so people can construct this externally and expect people to do that. The gelatin is pork. No, yes, that's true. But I think the point of like, if you're making like, oh, I've made a vegan version of X, you should replace all of the bits of X with something else. There must be some. It's just quite dry for a pork pie. Okay, so we should make a function called like insert, maybe. I'm gonna need an error type, aren't I? Because you can get like gelatin sweets that are not made of gelatin if they're vegan. I don't know what they make them of. They're quite expensive, but like it's all doable. So what do we want to have? We want to have some. Should data come first? Data first, which is going to be a T, and then a collection, which is a collection of D. And then it's going to return a result. Oh, I need to give it a name. So like key. Excuse me. How does your editor autocomplete suggestion work? I don't know what you mean. Like, What do you mean by that? We should return some error. Storal error. So let's put that. So I want to insert stuff. I need to define this storal error. The editor autocomplete is powered by the Gleam language server. Yes, that's true. The grey text one appears when you're typing. Well, like this stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's like. I mean, if you're asking what powers it, as Isaac says, that it's the Gleam language server powers this, and any editor that has language server support can make use of it, which is basically all of them, really. Oops! Oh, I keep twatting my. I've got a new T-shirt and it feels a bit weird. It's the T-shirt from Gleam. Look at that. I think that's a thing in Berlin. I'm not very worldly. It's not in London, so I don't know what it is. Happens when you're writing comments as well, does it? What this one? This is so that is completing paths, but here I am. So here it's doing snippets. So this doesn't come from the language server. I'm not sure what the snippets come from. That might be from the Vim snippets repo, maybe, possibly. So NeoVim has like multiple different. My NeoVim is configured with multiple different auto-completion sources. So there's text, which is like in buffer text. There is file path, so it looks at the local file system to see if there's any. If you're writing something that looks like a file path, it will check to see if there's any paths in the file system, and then it autocomplete whatever's in the next directory. So I can say like bin dates. There you go, because I've got that is a thing in my file system. And it auto completes snippets, which come from a snippet plugin, and obviously the language server. And the language server is the one I'm using like the majority of the time. It's the Brandenburg Gate. Lovely. Thank you very much, folks. I didn't see it, so it wasn't in the bit of Berlin that I went to, but I was mostly either in a conference or sleeping because I had a cold. It's like conferences are exhausting at the best of times, but then having like a bit of a cold and be like, oh. Very annoying. So we will say like file system error, and this one will be from simplify file error. There we go. Is that the only error type I can get? I think it might be. Lovely. Let's do that. Okay, so let's add file path as well. File path, is that what it's called? Nice. So I want to, when I write, I don't want to ever risk the file that I'm writing to being corrupted. So if I write to a file and then it gets interrupted, let me try that again. If I write to a file and then the virtual machine gets killed halfway through writing the file, I could end up with half a file. So that's corrupt data and everything's gone horribly wrong. So what I want to do is I want to write to a temporary location, and then I want to use file rename to move it into the data directory, because I think that's an atomic operation. This should be on the same storage device, same drive as the data directory in order to get atomic file renaming. moving into the data directory, into that directory. Oops. Cool. And I got a sub. Woo! From the followaway. Saying nice. Nice. Hello, Mr. Bilford. Hello. Good to see you. Very formal. I feel like I'm being taken very seriously, which is, you know, a decision. It was lovely being at Kobe, actually. Ooh, it was lovely being at Kobe, actually, because I had a lot of respect from people. Because I'm just like some guy in a pink hat. Like, I don't get treated very seriously on a day-to-day basis. I wonder if simple serialization / deserialization database would be useful in Gleam for time development. I don't know what time development means. Long ago, I used in Ruby and Lua in place of SQLite. Your story idea might be the same. I'm very interested in what you mean by that. Please expand. I would like to know what features your little database might have as well. That would be cool. So, during dev programming. Okay. What features did your database have? Because maybe we could replicate them. Oops. Wrong button. Sorry. Okay. So I want to be able to insert. Right. The encode the data to JSON. So we start by saying JSON.encode. No, wait. Data to collection to JSON. Look at that auto completion of fields. Oh, so nice. And then I want to say JSON dot to string. To string, I guess. And then I want to say, okay, so let JSON equals, and then I want to say, what do I want to say? I want to say, howdy, it's ZWubs or ZWubs, depending on whether you speak the Queen's English or not. Don't know when. So the path, that's an interesting one. So I want to say temp path. That is going to be file path join. Look at these auto imports. Oh, so nice. So I want to join the config collection.config.temporary directory. Is that like a join many? Concat? No. Join? No. Then we want to join onto that. We want to join the collection name. The collection name. And then onto that, we want to join the key.json. The type of this return value does not match return type. Yes, I know. I don't know. No French bevold. I'm trying to learn Gaelic again. And I don't know how to do the accent, so we're going to be back to the in France. No, I can speak French fluently. See? Fluent. Just look vaguely dismissive while breathing out. Okay. So encode the JSON. And the not temp path. Data. Whoops. Pop. Okay. And so I think this section is the same as well. So we can just say lovely. Lovely. And so this can just be the relative path. And so can this. But this one will be the data directory. And I can just pull the config out of here because I'm using it a lot. Lovely. Okay. Write it to the temp directory first, and so if writing is interrupted, my apologies to everybody in Western Europe. Interrupted. It's just a really fun accent. Then there will be no corrupted half-written files. Use. I don't remember what this returns. Simplify right. To temp path JSON, and I want to dot map error with a file system error in the temp path and the this thing. Boom. Lovely content. File type. Oh, I just put file type here. It's going to be file. Okay, cool. File name is not in scope. That's because it is key and join on JSON. Contents. And once written, move the file into the data directory. This is an atomic operation on most file systems. I think that's correct. I might be embarrassing myself, to be honest, with like is it rename? Rename? Okay. At temp path to data path. Data path. How did you decide to use How do I decide to use this as a concatenation operator? I decided that because that's what Elixir uses, and so I thought it'd be best to keep in the keep what we do in this ecosystem. How do you split long comments automatically? In Vim, it is, what is it? I don't know. I just do it automatically. Let's find out. If you want to do one line. Okay, what is it? What am I pressing? I'm pressing Word for some reason. I'm pressing GWW. Yeah. But if you could do it inside a paragraph by doing GQIP. I was curious yesterday, what led you to making these decode 0 package? So at the moment we have functions for decoding dynamic data inside the standard library, inside the dynamic module, but there are lots of problems with them. It's not great. And so we want to replace it with something better. It's taken us literal years to work out nice APIs for this. And so now, rather than just like adding something straight to the standard library, the idea is that we do experiments by publishing different designs into the, as packages, and then we can let people play around with them, and then over time we're like, oh, this is good, and then we've got once we've got something that everyone likes. Hi newbie, hello. Once we've got everything everyone likes, then we can add it to the standard library. And we've moved from like an applicative curried type thing to a zero value type thing. The zero value idea was in Gleam, came up with by Toy's author, who I can't remember his name. Is it Garage? I might be, sorry, I'm forgetting. It's very rude to forget someone's name. So let's find it so we can credit them properly. Toy. Is it Garage or is it Durage? Garage? Anyway, like the awesome hacker is often in the chat, had this idea. I was like, tried to poke holes in it, but it was actually pretty damn solid. So experimenting with, what we can do with that idea. And then we just keep iterating until we get to the point where we're happy. And then we put it in the standard library, and then we're going to do a V1 of the standard library because it's the last thing. Urage, yeah, okay. I don't know, man. Words are hard. I'm not good at languages. It's the French, and it's pretty good at French. Yeah. So yeah, as ZWeb says, most of the stuff I write is decoders. Yeah, you write a lot of decoders, so we want to have a good API for it. Okay. Is that what we need to do for writing? I guess so. Oh, there's a loud bang outside. What do we want to do now? I guess we should do like a read. What should it return in the instance that... What should it return in the instance when it's not there? Oops. What do we think? Do 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 do. Your job's a joke you broke. Do 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 do. I don't know why my singing career never took off, to be honest. Okay, so what do we call it? I don't know. Do 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 do. What do we call it? Object not found. Key string. Detail. So let's make a write. No, read. Oh, what do we call it? Read, get, insert, get. I'm sorry to say, Louis, but you look kind of French. You're only missing a cigarette at this point. My name is literally French. Like Louis is a French name. Although I've discovered like it's also a Gaelic name, but it's spelled completely differently. Let's see if we can find it. So, oh, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Oh no! Oh dear! What's going on here? Stop that! How do I do... How do I... how do you type accents on a Mac? I thought it was option. Okay, well, that's doing some other random thing. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm going to copy paste it. I would like a U, and then I would like an I. Fadaway, please give me an I with the same... Thank you. I think this is the correct way to do it. Right, so Louis, there is a Gaelic name that doesn't have the same etymology, but does have the same pronunciation, I think. Let's find it. Gaelic only has the one accent, and it is that one. The fatter. Where is it? I've gone past the L's. Here we go. Louis. That's how you could spell it with accents. L-U fada I fada. Oh look, Louis. Ooh, French. That's Old English, I think. I don't know what this is. American, I guess. You're Swedish. Ah, there you go. Anyway, here's the traditional way of spelling it. That's Louis. Where's it gone? There you go. Look at that. That's so clearly Louis, is it not? I love Irish names because they're just like, okay, this one. Ila. La Faraiz. Ila. Where's Sive? Sive's always good. I've gone past it. Rebecca. No. Bahaka. No. Sive. How do you... Sive. How do you... I don't know how to spell... It's here somewhere. Come on. So close. Tig. That's a nice name. Where is it? It's just annoying me now. Here we go. Sad Rebecca. Sive. Are we naming you and Haley's child? That's good. That's Jacobo. I don't know this name. Sauron? No idea. Sad Rebecca. Save. Anyway, there you go. That's my being amused by names to start. Suddenly, accents don't look so bad. Yeah, exactly. So there's an accent, you can tell what it is generally, but I don't. Well, I mean, there are rules for all the other stuff. I just don't know what the rules are yet. I tried to learn Gaelic. When did I learn it? Like a year or two ago. More than that, like a year and a half, 2 years ago maybe. And I tried to do it using apps. They were rubbish, and I've just bought some like video course now, which might be better. It seems really expensive, but like if it works, then I guess it's worth the money. It's already way better than apps, that's for sure. But yeah, you can spell my name 3 letters. I thought it was kind of cool. Read. I'm gonna click get. Oops. And we want to get the key, which is a string, and then there'll be a calculation, which is a calculation of a t, and we will return a result. And it's going to be either is going to be et or excuse me, a collision, or is going to be a storal error. Nice. Nice. So we're gonna need some new errors. We're gonna need to say JSON. So the JSON error should never happen. Okay, what do we do in the instance when there is data corruption? Should we give them a path? Okay. So now we want to say if, whoops. We kind of want to, okay, we kind of want to split these out. So let's say, I think we kind of want like a random value actually for the. Let's go, go, go. Hello, every Nyan. Hello. Hello. Hello, hello. So thoughts actually, this should be random. This one should be a random value. This one shouldn't be. So let's do that. Do that, okay. And then let's move this into object data path, which should be key and collision. And that'll be a string. Nice, and let's have a we don't need the key, or do we? Yeah, we kind of do. Let's say to do make include a random to avoid Nice. Ah, we need to put the config in here as well. Cool. Alrighto. Oh wow, I've nearly got 1,000 followers, I've just noticed. That's pretty cool. 941. Not far to go. Come on. Come on, come on. Alright. Alright. What's the next thing to do? So in the event we want to get, we just need to get the data path straight away. Then we need to do this sort of stuff. let's make a helper function for this. Read file, which is going to take a path. It's going to return a result of a string or a storyl error. Gleam looks pretty interesting, says Soggy Boy. Yeah, Gleam is pretty interesting indeed. What do we want to do here? We want a pattern match on simplify read right. Simplify read path. Bam! Oh. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that like fully actually makes sense. Like it would just be those two things. Okay. So if it's okay, so I'm going to say result map error, and we're going to take the error, and then we're going to pattern match on it. Pop. I was not expecting this. Oh yeah, there we go. Ooh, right, which ones do we care about? Gosh, there's a lot of them. So we care about not UTF-8. That is a corruption one. Unknown. We don't care about. For the corruption, I've said corrupt JSON. Okay. So this one is going to be corrupt JSON path. I've got path here, right? Yes, good. None of these are possible. No ent. That is found, not found, right? That's the one you get if there's nothing there. So this one will be object not found. Oh, it takes a key, not a path. Ah. Okay. Seems slightly wasteful. Okay. Should we just always return keys? It's not very useful, is it? Okay, and then I think all these ones are just... I think all these ones are just like we don't care. File system error, and that takes a path and a error like that. Cool. Read file path key. Let's just call this path, and then we say path key. Oh no, that's wrong. Path key, like that. Oh, I didn't wrap it in a result.try because I'm a fool. What a fool. Gross incompetency on display. And now we want to say data is going to be returned by JSON.pass decode. Okay. How are we going to do this? We're going to do this by passing in. First thing is going to be the JSON. And result.map error, and it's going to be No, we don't even need that. We can say JSON.decode error. Yes, that makes way more sense. So let's, instead of read bits, we'll let the JSON parser do the decode. We'd do the UTF-8 decoding. That's fine. And map error, corrupt JSON. Does this takes a path? Decode bits. Nice. Let's make another helper called parse JSON, which is going to be, it's going to take some JSON, which is going to be a bit array. It's going to take a path, which is a string. It's going to take a decoder. Take a decoder, which is going to be a, what did I say it was? It's a D decoder. D decoder. And that's going to return a result of T, or alternatively, what's the other thing? The store error. Nice. And we can just pop this in here for now. JSON path collection.decoder. Maybe just return data. Oh, in which case I don't actually need this. I can just do that. Okay. Nice. But we need to make the decoder, which is going to be a function, takes data, and then it's going to run the decoder. It takes data and then like that. Let's expand this as well, just for the sake of it. Nice. Ooh. Cool. Whew. Right, so that's some super basic database. Let's do some testing and see if that does what we want. So, hello world test. So what's the simplest possible object? Oh, yeah, okay, so let's, yeah. Okay, so what do I want? How do we want people to construct things? I think we should start by let us set okay. Simplify dot delete temp make create directory temp. Oh, do excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh, I've just realized a bug as well. Okay, good. So that's fine. Very sorry about being coffee, folks. I'm a little bit unwell. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, good. So we want to have reset the temp directory for use in these tests. So maybe I should just have a function for that. Reset. Reset data. Okay. So hello Gleam guy. Hey, how's it going? Athithian? Do. So let's make a collection. Let's make some config. And that's gonna be, oh, I haven't actually imported the thing. Storel.config. It's these two things. Temp. Data. Temp. Let's make a, oops, that's the wrong thing. Collection. And that's going to be a collection. And it's going to be called cats. Cats. To JSON. Let's make a type for it. Okay, so like, cool. So let's make a cat collection. Cat correction. Isn't that like a Japanese thing? Like being confused by L's and R's, eh? So this is going to return a collection of cat. To JSON decoder, and the last thing is a config. There we go. So name, JSON string of the cat's name. You don't know what type it is? Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. It's a cat. And the age is going to be age as well. But it's not a string, it's an integer. Oh, I don't like that. It's too long. Oh. What does that mean? Correction. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Explain yourself. Decoder. I wonder if you could actually make a, No. No. So, Import the code 0 as D. Use name is D dot field name, and that is going to be a string. Yeah. Let's do the same thing for the age. That's going to be a integer. Success. Cat name age. Cool. Docode. Ah, that's why that doesn't make sense. Nice. Nicey, nicey, nice. Nice. Do 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 do. Ah, correction. Oh, I see, I see. Correction. Okay. Very good. So let's make a make the calculation. Oh, this is meant to. Okay. Okay, and now let's say storile dot insert. I don't know about insert. I think maybe it should be right. Right. I think that's a better name. Get. Right. And get can be no. This is just meant to be okay. This is read. And this is right. Correction. Concussion? I don't know. I'm extremely bad at accents, so apologies in advance. Cat is gonna be good newbie, and he's gonna be, how old is newbie? 6? 5? He's 5 now. I'm gonna say he's 5. And you're going to also need to pass in a name. Oh, I feel like the name should go first now. Now that I'm seeing how it's written, I think it should be like newbie. And then collection. Like that. But then you can't pipe into it, so yeah, let's put it first. Right. Like that. Cool. Let's do another cat. We call it Ginny. Ooh. Ginny. Ginny. Ginny is 6. And now if we want to write hello, hello. Hey. Good work on the spelling there. Very impressive. I don't know how you do it. I mean, I certainly can't remember how these Gaelic names are spelled. I might start spelling my name the 3-letter way with the 2 accents though, because that's quite fun. And like, I think that's actually easier to know how to pronounce my name, spelled L-U-I, than L-A-U-I-S. It's called memory on computer. Clever. Nice. That's cheating. That's cheating, right? So if we'd say, we don't need a second cat. If we read newbie from the collection, it should equal okay, cat newbie, and he's 5. I think it works. I think this is gonna fail. Yeah, there we go. And that's gonna fail because we don't create the directories. Excuse me. I don't think we need. We can just do that. Louis. LWI, nice. I like it. That's pretty clever, man. So I think we want to create the collection directory, and we also want to create the do we care for reading? Maybe we do. It seems like a shame to do it every time though. Let's do it for writing. Okay, so we want to right. Create directory. Create directory all. Hey Louis, how have you been? I've been very good. I have been at the wonderful conference Beam Europe in Berlin. I got back a couple of days ago and was very tired, but I feel pretty good. So I'm doing a bit of streaming, a bit of weekend streaming, and hopefully we'll do a lot more of that. I have discovered though that FOSDEM and Beam Light London are like one day and then another day, which is stressing me out because I don't know what I'm meant to do now. Create directory all, and it should be like data ensure parent directory exists. Path string, and this will return the result of nil of a stored error. And this is going to work by calling path, and then onto that we're going to say file path dot. What's going on here? My autocomplete should stop working. Oh, it's because of this, that's why. I don't want the base name, directory name. And then simplify, create directory all, and then we're gonna map the error to be file system error with the path and the reason like that. Nice. Is this going to pass? It's still saying it's failing. Ah, okay, so delete all. This is the one where we don't, because, okay. That was very foolish of me. I was fixing a bug that wasn't actually happening. Oh, I'm using the wrong version of Erlang OTP. Can I switch my Erlang version? Okay, I do have 27 installed. SGF, global Erlang 27.0. That's quite funny. Hey, test pass. Okay. So let us read write Overwrite. Now let's spread this back out again. So, and then if we write a second time. Nice, that still works. Awesome, mildly useful database. Almost not at all useful. Doesn't actually do really anything. It just writes some files for you. Wonder what features this would have that would make it like useful for literally anything. I guess this is like actually kind of enough for a lot of things. Let's see what the contents of the temp directory looks like. Cats, newbie, yay, yay! Look at that. And the temp directory should have nothing in it. Nice. Was I a speaker? You would love to see it. Yes, I was a speaker. I gave the keynote. I gave the opening keynote of the second day. There were 3 keynotes. One on the first day, one on the opening of the second day, and one on the close of the second day. And I gave mine with Haley. We did like. Is it? Wait, am I forgetting a keynote? I don't know if there's 3 or 4. Oh dear, if I've forgotten someone, that's extremely rude. Ignore everything I just said. Yes, I did speak at it. It was very good, and I think my one is going to be the first. I think my first one was. I think my talk is going to be one of the first ones to release on YouTube, and I think it's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. I'm not sure. I think that's the case. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Pink Joshi says, I guess be really good at writing the files. Make sure it's atomic. We already do that. Don't write corrupted files if there's not enough disk space. Handle concurrent writes on Erlang. Yes. So the concurrent writes bit is interesting. I think... Yes, I guess. Yeah, I think we do handle that already because like renaming a file is an atomic operation on most file systems, which is why I'm doing it. I write to the temp directory and then I move it to the data one. So if it gets interrupted, it gets interrupted in the temp directory. I can't think. What. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should look at KubDB and see what they do. Although I think they're actually distributed, aren't they? Is that true? Elixir KubDB. This one. What does it do? Oh, delete. We need delete. Oh, transactions. Oh, wow. Look at that. MVCC. I'm not going to do any of that. That's amazing. Look at all these crazy things they do. All these crazy features. My scope is much smaller than theirs. Tiny scope. And they do like reflection to encode and decode things while I'm being explicit about it. Oh, excuse me. Gosh, I'm so boring. Oh, gosh, could you imagine being this boring? They have like snapshots and things. This is like a proper database. This is cool. I'll tell you what feature I am going to copy from them though. Delete. That sounds really useful. So what have they got? We've got also this works on both targets at the moment. Snapshot. They don't have like ranges or anything. That's interesting. I thought they would have ranges. It's supposed to store data, not delete it. I thought they would have range. Put multi. That's interesting. What does size do? Number of entries present in database. Huh. DB/graveyard. Same thing, no? What's DB/graveyard? I don't know what that is. It's coming up with all sorts of like unrelated things. Cool. Excuse me, princess. Right, if we want to say not found. Error. Nice, that works. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I see. It's like a graveyard because it just goes there and stays there. I see. I see. Clever. I get it. I get it. Okay, so. And then we can say delete. Delete. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Excuse me. Very sorry. I want to wipe my PC by filling it with cat images. Does the technology exist? It should do. I think it might be the internet. I think that might be the actual thing you're after here. Do 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 do. I think it's just simplify. Delete. Throws an error if the path does not exist. I think we just delete it like this. Path. File system error of path. Really? What does that return? Oh, yeah, I've made a mistake here. Look, it's meant to be a Neela. Who is Yes Man? Oh, finally, I've wanted. That's the sign I've made it. I really want Yes Men. I want to be surrounded by people who just tell me everything I'm doing is a great idea. Cool. Yay, 4 tests. Should this do anything else? Is there like anything else we would care about? So what do I want to do? I want to be able to store. Excuse me. Right. I want to be able to get all the things with a prefix. Whoa, Louis, are you streaming? I am streaming. I'm back streaming because now Codebeam is done. So I'm like, not panicking about my keynote. So, okay. So like a use case, I want to say that I have packages, and I want to be able to, for each package, store releases. So I need to be able to say, get me all the releases for... Get me all of the releases for this package. Okay. Nice surprise to see the creator of Gleam on Twitch. Instant follow. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I used to stream a bit more, but I stopped because I was busy. And now I'm back, which is great. I'm having fun. Okay, so I want to make this sort of association API. How would that work? So one, maybe you have like, maybe, okay, let's look at what simplify can do. Oops, that's the wrong button. Shout out to Lambda class. Lambda Days? Also shout out to Lambda Days, but they're different people. Shout out to Lambda class for supporting Gleam on GitHub sponsors. Like you should. Do it. Give me some money. Because open source does not pay well. Simplify. Okay, so I'm wondering if there's a way to say yeah, I'm trying to work out how to do like associations. I kind of want to, because like if you have a range query, you could like just prefix all their, like you could have their key. Let's do an example. That should be write read, not read write. Whatever. You could say I want to write it as. So let's just say this is like a package. Like, so the package name is thingy, and we have a release, which is like a single version of it to insert. I'll just use to do for now, and I'm going to pass in the release as the data. Release version. So it's like 1.0.0. And you could say that the key is the release. Let's move the mouse out of the way. Is key. So you could write like that. And then you could also imagine you have like a range with like prefix. And then you could say anything that has thingy, and that would get you back a list of them. But like, that's not, like, you're going to have to traverse the whole directory to do that, which is like kind of pants. But maybe if you had the prefix as being like that. But I sort of wonder, like, in this case, do you like want to have a particular, like, do you want to, does it need to be a path? Maybe we should like support the concept of a path rather than yeah, maybe like the correct thing to do in this case is to have a, like, what if write wasn't just a key, a single key? What if write was a path, and then you could do things like the key is going to be like the package name release. Is that kind of like a global? It's kind of like a big global store thing at that point. Do I want to have package name release version? Yeah, maybe that's the way to do it. Like keys are like lists of strings. That would make sense. What would happen in the instance where? What would happen in the instance when you don't give a list? Do we want to enforce that in some way? Oh, okay. So I think what we want to do is say key. Yeah, maybe you write like path key like that. It's getting a bit wordy. Maybe we just include it all in the name. So like, I want you. Maybe you just include it all in the like the collection, so you don't need to like specify the release of the key or anything at all, because like inside the collection it has a get path function callback you have to implement and a get key callback you've got to implement as well. Those could work. Maybe. But then you like you potentially duplicate some information between the you duplicate some information between the data you're persisting and the thing. That's probably fine though. That's probably fine. I don't know. It's tricky, really. I kind of like this API though. Like just write, just like that, right into this collection, this piece of data. Oops, that's kind of nice. What do you think? Any thoughts, folks? Suggestions on a postcard? Is that a thing? Is that a thing people say? I kind of like the API though. But then read would need to. Where's read? If we did that, read would always need to take a path, which could be fine. It's confusing. Okay, it's a little confusing that you have to have you show the path when you're reading but not writing. You've just got to remember the mapping between the two. That's kind of pants. Unless we make some sort of builder API that like combines the two. Could be. It's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky. Am I overcomplicating this? Yeah, I really like the path idea. I think Google what's the database called? GCP document database. I think they've got a little API like this. No, not Firestore. What does this mean? What? What on earth does that mean? Okay. Oh gosh, what's all this? So, oh, have they just like deprecated the database that I'm talking about here? Wow, that'd be such a Google thing. None of these are database. AlloyDB? No, that's not it. Wow. Whoa, what's going on? Firestore, they've got another one. GCP document database. I'm sure they've got a document database that has like a path thing. Firestore data store? Okay. Yes, okay, let's GCP data store. Have they just got rid of it? Okay, here we go. No, thank you. No, thank you. La 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 la. Store and query data, that's probably what I want. Oh, have they just got rid of it? Wait. Oh, wow, it's like a whole different thing now. Fires store in data store mode. Okay, so they've like kind of got rid of it. Is that the idea? I just want to see what the API is. Create thing, store data. Where's insert? Gosh, this is what they didn't. Did they create an entity? Create an use data in Namespace. I'm sure they had a path thing. This is all different. I have not looked at GCP in when was it? Like 6 years. So I guess it's fair. It's changed. I just find it weird that there was a whole database that just doesn't appear to be here anymore. Really. Okay. Infuriating. Okay, so like data, GCP data store path. I'm sure it's like a hierarchy thing. Ancestor path. There we go. Right. So, entities data store form a hierarchical structure data similar to the directory structure of a file system. When you create an entity, optionally, you can designate an entity as its parent. A new entity is a child of a parent entity. Unlike a file system, the parent entity need not exist. An entity without a parent is a root entity. Okay. So there's a root entity of just, it's interesting it says like what the user is. Okay. So what's the API like? Here's the roots, new key factory. Can I see a less bonkers language, please? Data store name key. Oh, I see. You specify the hierarchy by chaining them. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure that's quite what I want. I prefer an API more like db.collection.write. That would be object-oriented. We are not object-oriented in Gleam. Interessant. Should you have all the information in there? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. So I do think I want some kind of directory-like thing, but I'm not entirely sure what the design should be. And it's kind of inconsequential. Like any of these things would be fine, really, but but I gotta pick one. And making decisions is hard. Root parent children. So what could I write? What might be an idea? So what if I said something like what if I was saying the collection? No. So if I start with a collection, And I want to say object newbie with namespace. Namespace, is that what I'm going to call them? Say object 1.0.0 release version. No. Yeah, so let's just say I want to call this, you know, my package. And then I can just say like write. I could do that. That could be a writing API, and then you could just like emit that. And then you can do read. And you could do something like read something like that. Namespace group. I don't hate that API. Is there anything else we'd want to do with it? With namespace. What if it's like in namespace? Oh, you could even say just like namespaced. Like that. Oh, that could work. My desk is rattling. Oh, dear. There we go. Yeah, maybe that's the thing to do. Let's try that. I think that might be it, maybe. Okay, so let's try and figure this out. We want to start by saying I call it object, I call it location. Or key. I'll just call it key. The whole thing is a key. Is that true? Yeah, okay, the whole thing's a key. And we want to say it's the one called newbie. And then key. and then key. What's it complaining about? It's complaining because I've got a comma here. Okay, and okay, I kind of like that. Hey, Majesty, how you doing? How's your Saturday looking? Having a good time? Okay, I kind of like that API. I should call this key then. Key? Yeah, nice. I like it. Okay. So let's do the same thing here. Let's make newbie. Let's write to it. Then we can read it. And then we can do the same thing again. But it should be 5 and this should be 6. Finishing projects for uni. Ah, nice. Are you studying computer science? So let's get the key again. And then we can read the key. What is the thing you're finishing? Are you studying? Are you making something? Graduate in a couple of months. Oh, that sounds kind of stressful. Do you have a final project? Do you get to make something really cool? There's a few folks in the Discord who have made some really awesome sounding like final projects, which like I feel a bit jealous about. I did biology at uni. I didn't finish, but yeah, I dropped out because it turns out I'm not very good at biology, and I just didn't really. Oh, it rattles again. That's so annoying. Yeah, it didn't really work for me. But the projects we had in biology were really boring compared to the computer science ones. I didn't like it. And then if we do a delete. Oh, it's okay. So like now the key thing is wrong. Nice. Okay. I quite like that API. But I think these errors are going to have to include the namespace. Like that. A user Gleam is let's assert a special syntax or something. It is a syntax that says, okay, so Gleam has exhaustiveness check-in, and that means that if you pattern match, that could be using a case expression or by using an assignment that destructures, though destruction is not really a word we use in Gleam, we say pattern match. If your pattern is not general enough to match all the possible values, so for example here, this could be an OK value or an error value. And so if you had just, let's do it here. So if I try to say let OK y equals x, it would complain saying, this does not match all the possible variants. You are missing the error pattern. Use a more general pattern or use let assert instead. So most of the time what you want to do is you want to say, okay, I should be pattern matching on X, like that. But you could say, no, trust me, I know what I'm doing here. And you can write let assert, and that will say, it match this pattern, and if it's not this pattern, then crash the program. So it's useful in like hacky little scripts and in tests mostly. So it's assertive programming. You don't just assume that something is a shape, you assert that something is a certain shape. So good for tests. This is kind of, the way it's been used here is rubbish. What we really want to have is assert store our key equals double equals that, but that syntax, this feature, like a normal Boolean assertion, hasn't landed in Gleam yet. That will be in a future release, possibly not the next one, but the one afterwards is my estimation for that one being implemented. So I quite like this API. I think this is nice. So let's make it work. And to do that, we're going to need a new type called key. Key of t. And it is going to have a collection. Okay, and it's going to have a namespace, which is going to be a list of strings, and it's going to have an identifier, which is also going to be, oh, no, sorry, it's not a list of strings. It is but one simple one. And let's make a function called key, which takes a collection. Which order did it take them in? It took the collection first. It took a collection, which is a collection of something, and an ID. And that's pretty simple. It's just going to be collection, namespace is going to be nothing, and then ID is the same. Nice. Yeah, the error could be improved somewhat. So the purpose of adding the Boolean one is that it's going to have really rich. You're going to be able to assert more things with it, and it's going to have a much richer error message. So it's going to be particularly suitable for tests. That's the idea. The projects for this term are a basic CRUD app, an Android app, and some neural network training. Huh. Android apps, kind of miserable in my experience. I did 1 week of conventional Android development, and I was shocked by how honestly how painful and fiddly it was compared to web development. A lot of the tooling everything seemed a lot more difficult. And not just because, like, you know, I've already got over the hurdles. Like, going from like 0 to something is a lot of work, while in web it's like very, very, very small. And all the UI stuff, like, you know, got to make these objects, and I got to like map them onto some XML, and gosh, it was very complicated. Okay, and I'm gonna say like name-spaced key, and it's gonna be the same thing, namespaced key, but it's gonna have a namespace, which is a list of string, and then we put it in. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so now we've got some errors. Oh yes, because we need to find right. That should take a key, which should be a key. And some data. Lovely. Now we don't need to pass those in, because these things can just take the key. Key dot collection dot this dot that dot this. Key dot collection dot name. Key dot ID. hacking anything up to the UI is such a pain. Yeah, it took me an age. I think I just want. Do I even need it? I'm not sure I need any of these. I think I just need like a random slug. Okay, I'll do that later. But this one is going to be just a key as well. But I'm forgetting the generics on this one. Okay, so now key dot this, key dot collection dot name. Is there file path dot concat? No, that's annoying. I'm going to need to test that then. How do I do that? That's going to be... Okay, so... list.fold. I'm going to need to fold over the file path. No, key.namespace with file path.join from the original path, like that. So I can probably just avoid doing that. Is that the right way around? And key.id is the final piece. Good. Now, this needs to be just a key. Lovely. Read file. Ah, okay, so this needs to be now key. Object not found. This should have a ID, namespace. There's a list of strings, ID. Okay, that sounds good. So we want to say key dot namespace key dot ID. Lovely. And now this lives inside the key. I still say this is a key, but doesn't need to be. Cool. Hey, so types are pretty cool, eh? Like you just follow the error messages and then you get everything for free. Yeah, types are awesome. I enjoyed that. Okay, so I think that's that's now like approaching a useful API. Oh dear me. Excuse me. Okay, so I wonder if you can like get sizes of directories quickly. Link info. Is there like a directory info? File info? File info gives you a file info. I wish you could click on these. I really need to make that possible. So file info can contain size, mode, link. I don't know if any of those tell me how many entries in a directory. Should we ask an LLM like ChatGPT? Am I logged into this? No. Oh, boo. What is my email address? I'm going to click away. Oh dear. I've got too many email addresses. It gets very confusing. Okay, right. What can I help with? Where can I paste this to make sure it actually works? There, okay. Do any of these tell me how many files are in a directory? Time to expose your ChatGPT conversations. They're all really stupid, my ChatGPT conversations. No, none of the fields tell you how many files in the directory. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. That's fair. Nx might give you a hint. Okay. We just count. That's fine. Okay, so let's do a test of the namespace. In fact, I'm gonna get a snack. Back in a couple of minutes, and then we finish off the last bit, which will be functionality related to namespaces. Ho ho ho! Very exciting. Right. All right. We need cat cam. We really do need a cat cam. My problem is that my cat doesn't like to stay in one place long enough. I also don't want to show everyone my room, so feeding the me. Do 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 do. Where's the advert button? There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Hmm. Way, I'm back. Ho ho ho. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go. I'm back. I've made myself a shake, but I left my shaker at my friend's house, so I've been shaking in a soup pot, which doesn't work very well. Doesn't work very well at all. So it's all a bit. Oh dear. Oh no. Also, this lid isn't like tight. Isn't like airtight. So like you shake it and it kind of goes everywhere. Which that's not the optimal experience. Still tastes good though. Even if I do spray it everywhere. Okay. 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 D'accord. I can't remember how you say okay in Gaelic. Galore. Galore's everything. It's like correct everything. Don't know. I want to say like check galore or something. I don't know. So it begins with C. I know that much. Good. Programming gloves on. T-shirt and hoodie that don't go, so the sleeves keep riding up. I'm not used to having sleeves. I'm more of a tank top person myself. Okay. Right. Right. Alright. Alright. Okay, so we need to write some tests. And I want to say read write. Namespace test. Cool. Key. Oop. Do not found. Do. Cool. Okay, there you go. There's a thing. Is it? I need to say key 2. Hey, works. Nice. Hey, how's it going? Who's there? Oh, it's Gurveer. Hello. How's your Saturday going? You having a good time? I hope so. Thanks for joining. Very tasty. Okay, right, and I would like a function to give you all of the entries in a namespace. I think that would be really cool. That would be really cool. As a dict? I'm also creating a programming language. Whoa! Tell us more about the language. Talking about language design is really fun. I love it. Absolutely love it. What kind of language is it? Is it functional or object-oriented or something else? Something else is pretty cool. What do I want to say? Like read namespace. Object-oriented without loops. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. I think Smalltalk might not have a looping keyword. Because I was thinking like if you had has no classes with struct. That's interesting. What object oriented properties? So can you define like a shape of a struct the same way you declare a class and then attach methods to it? If so, what's the difference between a class and a struct? Is it inheritance? Is that the difference? What did I say? I wanted to make read namespace, and I want to take a collection T and a namespace, which is I always do that wrong, and it's going to return a result of a dict of string and T, or a storer. What do you mean? There's definitely a module to import there. Okay, well, I'll just do it myself. Let's make a... A new concept I've not seen in any language is to implement methods from structs. So like I think because Rust has a method like syntax, you can do like value dot method name and call it. I'm not sure they call it methods or not. Anyway. And you've also started to use NeoVim. Hey, eradicating the habit of the mouse. Yeah, I find it much easier to work with a computer if I don't have to like keep touching the mouse. But then when I watch people who use the mouse a lot, I'm always confused. I'm like, wow, I wouldn't be able to do that. That feels weird to me. I can't imagine doing it. I like NeoVim. I need to sit down and I'm using LazyVim, the config at the moment. I used to make my own config years back, back before it was Lua based, and I'm like, oh, I need to sit down and like learn Vim properly and learn the APIs and make my own config. So I think I would have loads of fun like making little automations to like do things I do frequently, like editing change logs. There's a bunch of like repetitive things I do in that. I would really like to have tooling for that. It's the best dressed guy in the whole of Codebeam. Hello, hello. I am making a tiny little library for storing data on the file system as JSON. So it would be like an alternative to using SQLite. If you just need to like save this thing, read this thing. I've gone with LazyVim. Yeah, good idea. That's my strategy. Do that now, and in future, in future I'll do something more fancy. I think, if I ever find the time. So let's write that one, and write a. Whoops, B, A, whoops, B, 1, 2, I didn't, namespaced key, let's put these all in, 0, 1, what am I doing? Okay. I've chosen Elixir, the language, create a language, and is that a good choice? Yeah, I think Elixir is really fun. I personally like to have types when I'm making compilers because they're a lot to do with data structures, like quite large. So like, you know, AST nodes and stuff like that. You can represent those more, you can work with those more easily, in my opinion, when you have types. But I'm very much on that side of the, you know, I'm very much a, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought a little bit here. I'm very much a type zealot, as it were, so I'm probably always going to say that. I've gone with a interpreted language. It does not compile. Skill issue, I guess. I don't think that it's hard. It's easier to make an interpreted language than it is to make a compiled language. I don't believe that's true. I think they're pretty similar. I think it's easier to make a. I think there's a lot more options for making a good, you know, like production usable compiled language. I think making a production usable interpreted language is actually a lot harder. But that might just be because I've got a lot more experience with compilers and interpreters. Maybe, maybe not everyone will agree with me there. So I think that if I say read namespace for the collection, it should be okay, and it should equal D. Should go to cat D4. And if we go for the namespace just 0, we should get C. And if we go for the namespace 1, we should get A, which is 0. Oops, wrong button. And B. That's why it doesn't work. Okay, cool. You can guide me into a structure that goes behind a performant language, as my language takes 0.035 seconds to print hello world. Yeah, so if you do it in Elixir, you're going to have to deal with the fact that you're booting the virtual machine and then loading the Elixir code and then start executing. If you want to make an interpreter, there's a good chance you want to use a native code language. So perhaps something like OCaml or Haskell or Rock. The traditional choices are C++, C. I guess Rust would work, that kind of thing, because they always want to like eke as much performance out as possible. The higher level languages with more abstraction become more challenging to do that way. So you'll end up with you could experiment a lot with language design and have fun that way, but you're going to struggle to get to a place where your language is fast enough to like use for real things. Because a virtual machine is like, some form of interpreter at the end of the day. Yeah, try doing it in, you could try Rust or OCaml or Zig, or maybe even Go could be fun. Go could be a fun one to write an interpreter in, I think. Although the language is very different to Elixir and stuff, so it'd be interesting approaching that. I wrote it in OCaml, but had to rewrite it. Yeah, OCaml is pretty tricky. Debugging is hard in it. Right, this test is going to fail because I haven't implemented the function at all. Good. So what do we want to say? We want to get the there's even a book for it in Go. It says Trinidad Hype. Yeah, like what is it literally just called, like implementing an interpreter in Go or something like that? Yeah, get that book. I hear it's really good. I don't think I've read it. Isn't there one with like a picture of a mountain or something like that? They also have a compiler version. I think I've read one of these. I can't remember now. I really like this book that I've got recently. Oh, I'm going to turn off my green screen for a second. Hold on. Chroma key. Yeah, there you go. Look, here I am. Oh, look, I'm all green. This book is wicked. It's so good. It's not. How do I get in shot? There we go. It's not an interpreter book. It's a compiler book, but it's really good. And look how lovely the color is. Just the cutest thing you've ever seen. Just buy it now. I do not have an affiliate link. So when you buy it, just send me $3. Okay? Good. Invent your own affiliate link just for me. How do I make the chroma key turn back on? There we go. Oh, phew. Gosh, I got worried I was in the real world for a moment there. It's the little British guy. Buy the book. Buy the see-through edition as well that I have here. Special green screen edition. I thought the Lambda logo was at Metallica. Shout out to not Metallica, Lambda Class, who are our #1 sponsor of Gleam at the moment. Maybe you could also be cool and sponsor Gleam. Maybe you'd be really cool and get your employer to sponsor Gleam. And then you could be #1 or #2. And I could be like slightly richer. I really need to work out a way of like earning like a normal amount of money. The little dragon book. Yeah, exactly. It's like the dragon books were like, oh, the knight and the dragon are fighting. They're friends. That's much better. The challenge, if the dragon is a metaphor for the challenges of compiler implementation, then that should be your friend. Compiling to assembly from scratch. Not sponsored, but still a link. Sponsor me and click that link at the same time. Oh, sorry to hear you're broke. I don't remember if there is a good free interpreter book. I think the Go interpreters one might be for free online. Maybe, I'm not sure if that's true. I do not know. I do not know. Okay, let's do some namespace stuff. So I want to simplify directory. Okay, so in the event, crafting interpreters is free online, but it's Java and C. Yes, do that one. Read crafting interpreters. That's the one. I've read that one. Read crafting interpreters. It's Java and C. It's online, and then you can take the lessons from that, and then you can apply that to any language you want. The crafting interpreters. That's the one. That's the one I was thinking of. Read directory. So I need to get the data directory, object data path. Object data. So I see namespace. Oh dear, namespace path collation, and then we're gonna have a namespace. And that's going to return a string, which is going to just replace that. Namespace path, key.collection and key.namespace. I think that's right. And then we've got a syntax error. Are you live on some other platforms too? Yes, I'm currently on Twitch and YouTube at the moment. Oh, Trinidad Hype, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Okay, I will stop singing because I know it's unpleasant. Oh no, what have I done? Namespace path. Key doesn't exist. Key doesn't exist. Key doesn't exist. Okay. Namespace path. The collection and the namespace. And then we want to pass that into the path. Excuse me. Oh, little itchy nose. Let me think about this. If it is okay, we want to do stuff with it. If it is an error, I want to match on what the error is. And E exists. Oh, it's called like no ent. There we go. So, so for eent, that means there's nothing in that namespace. For anything else, we want to return an error of a file system error of path and E. There we go. Oh, excuse me. So, however, if it's successful, it's blowing my nose actually. Well, I'm gonna blow my nose. I'll be back in a few seconds. My green screen went kind of haywire for a second there. So, in the event that it is successful, we want to do, what do we want to do? We would like to, is this going to fit here? Yeah, it does. Oh, no, it doesn't. Yeah, it does work. Okay, I want to take the contents and I want to list.map over them. Ah, you switched over from YouTube to Twitch. Welcome, and thank you for the follow as well. I want to try map over them because you got to try and do the thing. And no, I just want try map with read. Is it just read? Oh, I need a key. Okay. Where's read? Here we go. Right. Okay. So I need to do these two things. That's annoying. Do I need a key here? I don't. I just need the namespace. And the ID. Okay. And let's do that same thing here. And then at the end, we want to return the, what is it called? It's the, oh, I don't know what path is here. It's, let's look at the documentation for read directory, because I want it to not be the full path. I want it to be just, oh, it doesn't have an example. It doesn't have an example. This is, what is this? That's not helpful. I mean, it's pretty helpful, but it would be better. Path and data. And then I want to say dict dot result dot map. Dict dot from list. Right, does that work? Path is not in scope here. Oh yes, I broke that. And then the next thing is we don't have a key, so this should be ID, not path. Nice. Nice. Do you think that works? No! File system error. ESD. Oh, we've got to check if it's a directory first. Oh. We don't really, we also want to say like filter string dot ends with dot JSON. Lovely. Oh, no. Sorry to disturb you. Could you please check the Markdown docs and go for me? I mean, I can have a little look, but I'm mid programming right now, so I'll have to delay on that one. So what do you think the error is? We are complaining that we are trying to read a directory, read file like this, I think. io.debug ID d.json. Why is it doing that? That sounds fun. Okay, so we successfully read that. We don't get that far because we're reading. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So we need to get the path here should be path. The ID. Oh, no, we don't need to do that. Okay. Damn it, gives you the whole thing. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so I need to figure out the ID. And the ID is going to be the... Oh, no, the path is... No, that is right. ID. Okay, so ID is that... ID is the file name... suffix. I feel there's a suffix removing function. Okay, where's string? String. Trim right, that just removes white space. Drop right. Okay, so I know that has that, so I can just remove that many graphemes from the end. Okay, that's fine. Drop right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Is that my test is wrong? Because I've inserted A1, A... Okay, that is just wrong. Yeah! Nice. Okay, so now I think I've actually got something that is useful. Okay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool, okay. Hello, Joe. Nice, I'm very happy. Oh my gosh, sorry I've been like programming for like 3 minutes with nothing. Oh, that's so annoying. I was like so happy that I hadn't done that once the entire stream. It's wrong anyway, because look. Anyway, I just added this. Not this, I added this. I dropped the .json from the name. This is wrong though. This needs to be the ID. That's now right. Cool. Oh, all right, let's look at this language design. I love looking at language design. This language is called Pharaoh. Nice, and it's written in Elixir. So, imports are done with open. Coolio. I like this looks I like the syntax. It's like OCaml mixed with Rust. It makes it a bit bigger. Okay, cool. Do you have generics? If so, what is the syntax for generics? You'd find methods inside structs. Okay. I'm curious about this bit of syntax here. I feel like you could just like drop this, or it looks a bit unusual to me. I've not seen anything like that before. Syntax is really nice looking. Yeah. Return type. Okay, so I don't know how to read this. I don't know what this arrow clone is, because I thought this was like, oh, this is a vect. This is something. I'm not sure what this means. Is it saying that? No, I'm not sure what this means. It's a transformer function. Discussing 0.5. Oh, I see. Where? Where does it say that? Oh, I see. Transformation logic. Replace the Z with 0 to make 2D vector and uses the clone function. I'm not immediately sure what that means. No, I don't understand what this feature is. It looks like code reuse, but I don't know what the I don't get the motor. I'm not. Yeah, I don't get it. Oh no, my camera's about to run out of battery because I forgot to plug it in. That was very silly of me. What a fool! Cool. Method binding. The spider eyes operator binds the unit vector function to the vec3 struct. Unlike magnitude, this method cannot be implemented in other structs since it's tied to v3. Okay. Well, why doesn't it need to be inside either a struct definition or have an import keyword? Oh, I see. So in this class, define this for this other thing, but I don't see why it wouldn't be. Is this meant to be inside a struct definition? Is that the idea? Do 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 do. 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 Yeah, cool. Only recursion is permitted. Okay, so if you don't have loops, why have mutable variables? Because you can't do, because there's very little you can do with a mutable variable if you don't have a loop, and the other way around. Do 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 do. Yeah, I like the syntax. Nice. I think this looks really nice. That's nice. That's yeah, good stuff. I wonder what generic syntax is like. I don't know. I don't understand the purpose of like all the method binding stuff. Like, I don't get why you wouldn't just like define the method on the class itself. I think that seems more normal. I guess this is like an alternative to extension methods, but I'm not personally sure that like extension methods are like all that, to be honest, but I know some people like them. Yeah, cool. I dig it. Let's have a look. Ooh. Do 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 do. Nice. How does your Alexa work? Okay. I would be tempted to do it by I think maybe you could get better performance if you use binary pattern matching instead of making a list. Oh, nice short parser. That's cool. What's a scope? Oh dear me. Sorry. Oh, time for a break. How long are we doing this? 3.5 hours. Oh my gosh. That's too long. That's too long. All right. Now that we've made some Irish word thing, let's do a. How do we say it again? Can you hear that? Storol. Wait, I'll turn this up. What am I doing? Which button is it? Is this one?
Storol.
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 Storoil.
Storal.
Storol. Storol. There you go. Okay. Cool. Now we can how about we do one of them old rady boos. I'm very annoyed I'm like at the very end forgot to show my screen. What a fool I am. Who's online? LL Cool Chris live with somebody. I don't remember who this is.
Tout le monde. Je veux qu'il ait plus 1000 followers là maintenant.
Oh, it's French though. I don't do French.
Je sais qu'on est 1000 mais il y a au moins
Disaster. Oh, I should probably turn the. There you go. Turn that down. Okay. Well, let's look at who's online in the programming category. Wacky robot animation. No talking. We like talking though. Any suggestions, folks, for who we should pass the baton to? Go bonsai command competition. Oh, compositor, not competition. That's something else. That sounds fun. Maybe we should do this one. What do you think? Did I just get? Oh, I did. Brainless Society. Hello. Thank you very much for the follow. You followed right at the end. I've been going for 3.5 hours and I'm tired. I'm gonna see what this one's like. It's an advert. No. How rude. How uncouth. How's it going, Brain Society? Happy Saturday. We made it. We made it to the end of the week. Right, let's see what this is. Wow, what's going on?
Their own GitHub repos, and I totally don't think that now. I think it makes it too hard to use the entire ecosystem because you have to know where it all is and stuff. So anything that's really worth having long term is going to be added in, and that the same sort of thinking as BusyBox.
Sounds pretty interesting. I think we're gonna do it. What's his name? RWX Rob. Ruwux Rob. Oh, read, write, execute Rob. That's his name. Okay. I understand now. How do you do a raid like that? Yeah, everything's good with me. Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody. It's good to see you again. I'm hoping to do like loads more of these now that the conferences are over. So yeah. Toodaloo, YouTube. Stop streaming immediately? Yes. End. Bye. Bye.